Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Neuro, and this is Zerg versus Zerg, a Diamond Plat level game. There are still people on the StarCraft ladder in all the leagues, including Diamond and Platinum. And in Diamond and Platinum, you know what build still exists? 12 pool. 12 pool still exists. Meanwhile, in the upper left, Johnny Rico is going Overlord and Drone. More of a normal macro opening. Gonna go for a gas at 16. This drone is gonna think about existing as a spawning pool. But then we're gonna make a drone. And then we'll make the spawning pool. It's down, that's good. This is against a 12 pool. So relatively, this is a comfy build choice for Johnny Rico. Boxer in the bottom right. Gonna get some gas as well. 12 pool is done. What do we make first here? Let's take a gas. Make some evos as well. Gonna need those. Yeah, this drone is unsure of what to do. We're gonna cancel this one. Can we move that? Okay, we're gonna... Okay, we extractor tricked out Lings. We are very stubbornly choosing to not build Overlords. We could have just built one Overlord. But this is a unique build. We are oversupply. You're about to get a supply ticket. The supply officers are going to be like, excuse me, how much stuff do you have? 16? Well, I see this base is only up to code for 14 supply. So where's this 2 supply going to be accounted for? And you're like, I don't know what you're talking about, officer. They're like, did you just build 2 evos and another gas in your main and then cancel them? No, officer. Well, maybe. The 4 Lings running up. Getting to the main base here, but there's already a queen and 4 Lings. They don't really have too much to do. It's a real good thing we extractor trick those out just to get that extra little bit of pressure. Now we built Overlords though. And the Lings can just back off. 12 pool, it's kind of a pressure build if you don't take gas, but we did take gas. So we're gonna follow up with drones. We have link speed early on, but it's more of an option really. And with this Zerg expanding and going for a build that pretty comfortably counters it, there's not really a reason to press the issue and attack. If you don't have Banelings, you don't have that much of a larva advantage. Johnny Rico has quite a few Lings. Link speed is almost done. There isn't really much Overlord vision along the pathway here, so we can't see these Lings. This is going to be a pretty big bamboozle. Boxer just has all drones. There's almost no defense here at all. Whenever Johnny Rico attacks, this could be pretty deadly. The Lings are running forward here. Getting into this natural. These 2 drones. No defense. They're killed almost instantly. And then Johnny Rico, he's going to go out. Going to go back in. Okay, going to go back in. Outnumbering these Lings. Taking a favorable trade. Getting on the queen here. This is not good for Boxer. Ah, the queen died before injecting as well. These drones are having a problem situation. But the new queen is out and the drones are pretty strong. They work together. Okay, we're going to make some Banes here. Johnny Rico behind this made more Lings. And a Roach Warren. Wow, this is aggressive. You could take a 3rd base? No way. Normal Roach. But you need a lot more Overlords for normal Roach. It's 19 drones and 19 more Lings are running across. This Overlord did see it. The Banelings are at the ramp. Let's see if Johnny Rico can micro. All right. That attack was not the best. Boxer is back in this game now. It's a big part of why it's good to drone through Ling Bane pressure is because the second wave just doesn't do as well most of the time. Because your opponent knows you're going to attack with Lings, right? So you try to drone through the pressure and then make another round of lings. But the problem is Johnny Rico doesn't have a Bane nest. So there isn't really a way to deal with banelings right now, unless you build some roaches. Production tab, what do we see here? 2 roaches in a lair, teching up. Trying to get there. These banelings are just having a happy dance time.
Look at me wiggling. These lings they are doomed. They are really doomed.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Pretty good for the Banes. Boxer is now even further ahead. If only we could drone. If either player could drone, they could get so far ahead. Johnny Rico is droning. Wow. I think that's the thing that defines really dangerous and fast ZvZ is when a player can get ling speed, get some lings and or banes, and attack the opponent and just drone right through it, where you're attacking and you're drone at the same time. It's the same time. In the lower league games, most times people will just do all one and they won't be able to flex between the two, where you make just all lings, even if the attack just isn't working anymore. But if you just drone through the attack at the start anyway, then you're guaranteed value. Lings are not guaranteed value. They have to hunt and deal damage to get value. But drones, look at this drone at the natural. 5 minerals. 5 minerals. It's up to 10. 15. 20. 25. 30. 35. It's just consistent. 40. 45. 50. It's paid for itself. Wow. That drone paid for itself and it's still working. This is amazing. People don't know. This is one of the RTS fundamentals here. Making workers is jacked. It is jacked powerful. Because it guarantees so much value. Consistently. These attacking units, maybe this is good. Okay, that was good. This is a good start to the fight. Yeah, it's too much queen energy though. Yep, so these queens are gaining energy value. That can be transfused if you micro it. And these drones, like making this number 16 would just make everything so much stronger. And then you could afford gases too. Seeing a base without a queen there to inject it is like something happened. Something happened in the early game. It was actually the attack. It caused us to pull all queens. I've made this mistake before, so not trying to make fun about anybody. Zerg is hard, that's a fact. And whenever you get heavily all-in or pressured, pulling all your queens is a thing. Just remember to remake 3 queens if you do so, and don't send it back. All right, we got another big battle here. Mass Spine Queen with Roach. Transfuse, 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 let's transfuse. Didn't matter, there were enough spines anyway. Transfuse, 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 transfuse. Chat and YouTube comments, what do you have your transfuse spell bound to? Mine is J. But I use my core hotkey layout, so my hand's in a weird spot on the keyboard. We could just transfuse this spine or this guy. Look, he's hurt. He's so hurt. All right, we're gonna inject now. That's enough. That's enough standing around by the spines. Let's not get too friendly here. Inject the bases. That's your more important job. I would say if you're prioritizing the relative value of the queen energy expenditure of inject versus saving for transfuse, I would put inject at like 80,000 value, just a random number. And then for saving energy for transfuse, I would put that value at like 4. maybe it helps later on, but just making sure a base is injected is super good. Because that spits out 3 larvae that you wouldn't have otherwise gotten this game. 3 larvae that you wouldn't have already gotten. You can Q injects, that's like guaranteeing the next round, but just the power of this is so jacked. There's 5 larvae at this base now. And there's a cute inject. So these bases are actually good now. They're all good. We are running. This macro is looking hot. There are enough spines here, and Boxer just simply has too much. This is the power of drones. We made drones after the early game. There was the 12 pool and the Ling speed. But after that, we just spine up. Look at this space. This is almost saturated. This is like, okay. And this space, we've got almost saturation as well. These Roach versus Roach games can be pretty low drone count. Like a lot of people will all in at 44 to 50. So you have to be careful not to drone too high in ZvZ. But this is crazy. Boxer now benefiting from all of that value over time of the workers. The third base is totally overrun. This army is massive. And it is pressing through. Trisha, thank you for the raid. Welcome. Sponsoring this amazing replay cast. The Roach Ravager coming in here. Boxer with an enormous supply lead. The Roaches are fully surrounded and outmaneuvered. We are really respecting that corrosive bile. Hold on. Sire, we are pressing in to destroy the whole building. But wait, there's a corrosive bile over there. All right, send back the whole army. Send them all back. Everyone get back. It's just one corrosive bile. GG is called. Johnny Rico is out. And that's it. An amazing Zerg versus Zerg. Thank you, viewer, for sharing this replay.